direction of the force experienced by a conductor when it is placed in external magnetic field. You already know that. Let us move ahead. Electromagnetic induction. This electromagnetic induction is the phenomenon of generating a current when a current carrying a conductor is placed in external magnetic field. So that is also we have seen. Now we are going to see a very important topic from this chapter, and that is the electric motor and electric generator. Before that, we should realize that what exactly the current is. Current, already we know that current is the flow of charges. Now current have two types practically: direct current and alternating current. Direct current is also referred as shortly DC current, DC only, and alternating current is referred as AC. So from these two figures, it is clear that direct current having a very constant value with respect to time. So the current that always flow in one direction and do not change with respect to time is called as a direct current. Whereas alternating current, it changes with respect to time and its value or magnitude also changes. So the current that reverses its direction periodically is called as a alternating current. So in our country, we have also the most electrical appliances which are using alternating current. And in our country, the alternating current changes its direction every 100th seconds, and that's why it is frequency is 50 hertz. The main advantage before direct current of alternating current is it can be transmitted over long distances without loss of energy. Also, alternating current is quite easy to handle as compared to the direct current. Larger value of alternating current are quite easy as compared to the direct current. So these points are about direct current and alternating current. Now we are going to see the most important part of this chapter, and that is electric motor. Now electric motor can be defined as it is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. You already know about mechanical energy. So wherever there is a involvement of motion is there, that is concerned with the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy have two types: kinetic as well as potential energy. So here mechanical energy conversion, what does it mean? So when electrical energy is applied, it get converted into mechanical energy. That means it sets electrical energy sets something into the motion, and the device is called as a motor. In our day-to-day life, we generally see the electrical appliances like electric fan, cooler. These are the example of electric motors, and these are the AC motors. How actually happens that motion? This is simplified diagrams you can see here. uh, Electric current is applied here. There is a arrangement which is called as a split ring arrangement. It is comprised of commutator, rotor coils, magnets, brushes, and a shaft, as you look in this picture. So this is same as like this is the split rings. Here these rings are splitted, they are not whole, so these are called as a split rings. So when current passes through here and it is kept into this conductor, current carrying conductor, when kept into the external magnetic field, it experiences a force, and that direction of force is given by the Fleming left hand rule that we have already seen. So let us understand now the mechanism of motor, electric motor. So this is just a simplified diagram. Here you can see these are the two split rings. There is a coil PQRS, an external circuit comprised of the battery, and this coil is placed into the external magnetic field having north pole and south pole. So here when we start, we on this plug key, the current starts to flow from A to B here. These two are the split rings. So using left hand rule, we know that when current carrying conductor is placed in external magnetic field, it experiences a force, and this force is given by the left hand rule. Now if you hold your left hand, forefinger, thumb and middle finger in a such a way that here the direction of magnetic field is from north to south, that means in this way the current is flowing upward from P to Q, then using left hand rule, the force experience, the thumb will direct. If you apply this situation to the left hand, forefinger, forefinger north to south, then your middle finger which is directed from P to Q, then your thumb will denote downward direction. So here the force experiences by this PQ part of the coil towards downward, and here when current enter at R and leaves at S, the current direction here changes. So magnetic field direction is the same, north to south. Here the RS will experience the force upward. So PQ experience the force downward, RS experience the force upward. In this way, the coil starts rotating. And here the mechanism is such that of split rings that continues to rotate. Here these two are the brushes A and B. So after every half rotation, the cycle is repeated and it continues to rotate until the current is starting and there is a magnetic field. So in this way the motor works. Now the electric generator. Now electric generator have the same mechanism of same as electric motor, but the principle is different. In motor, electrical energy is converted into the mechanical energy, but in generator it converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So we can say that a device that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called as an electric generator. So here it operates on the principle of electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? The phenomenon by which it generates the electric current when current carrying conductor is placed in external magnetic field. So here these two are the magnets shown by the blue and red color. These are the poles, and here these are the slip rings. Slip rings are there. Here you can see there is a no battery, but a galvanometer is connected across these slip rings to the external circuit. This internally coil is moving, and this moving coil, as it is moving, there is a change in magnetic field across this coil, and that induces current into the coil, and this current will come out through this slip and commutator arrangement, slip rings and these brushes, and we experience the flow of current in the external circuit. So this is the simple principle of the electric generator. So here it is the diagram. It is also given in your textbook. As soon as the current is produced in this coil, we can operate it into the external circuit. We shall see the working of it now. Here the external circuit is like this, from B to B1 to B2. This is the external part, brushes, and ABCD, this is the internal circuit part. So when in generator we have to apply the force. Generator is that device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So we have to provide mechanical energy in terms of force, and when we apply this force and move this coil inside the magnet, so magnetic field associated with this coil will change, and that will induce a current, that is induce current through the external circuit. So if suppose If we are applying the direction of force to AB upward, then using again left hand rule, we can have the direction of current. Suppose if it is acting upward, AB is acting upward, you can hold your thumb in a such a way that it is going upward. Magnetic field is from north to south. So here the current will flow. If AB is going upward, the current will flow from B to A. If you are pushing this AB coil downward, then current will flow from A to B, and it will get opposed to across the CD. So here that mechanism will continue un unless and until the external force acting on it gets stopped. So here the currents start to flow from the external circuit. Momentarily there is an adjustment of the slip rings which reverses the direction of current through the external circuit. Then we say that alternating current has been generated through the generator. Such type of generator is called as a AC generator. There are some DC generator also which are also known as dynamo. So in AC generators, slip rings are used, and in DC generator, the split rings are used. So this is the mechanism just we have discussed now. Now practical applications of this magnetic effects and electric current in domestic electric circuits. It is a different part now in practical day-to-day life. How domestic electric circuits are constructed, that is important to know. So here it is the diagram. In our home, the electric power supplied by the power plant is about 220 volts, and its maximum current is 15 ampere, having the frequency of 50 hertz that we have already discussed. Suppose these are the plugs in our home, three plugs. There are the three holes here. So the first, there are two kind of wires are mainly connected across this plug. The first wire is the live wire, which is shown by this red color. This live wire connect goes through the electric meter and the control box as well. The electric circuit breaker are applied, or electric fuses are applied across the live wire. So this is the live wire which mainly conducts the current. It is always said to be at higher potential. It is shown by the red color. Then the second important wire is the neutral one, which is connected across this second hole, and this complete the circuit. So if in electrical appliance, if it is connected by a live wire and the neutral wire which goes to the which is also referred as a lower potential, so here the circuit gets complete. But there is one more wire across this 3-pin plug, and that wire is the earth wire. This earth wire is connected to this third plug, and it is at very lower potential, and it is said that earthing. So this third wire is there. So the use of earth wire is for our safety purpose. If we are using electrical appliances that are having a conducting metal surface which is touching part, such as electric iron, refrigerator, cooler, if someone touches it, the current may pass through the external covering of that electrical appliances, and we may experience the force. In order to withdraw the current from the surface, metallic surface of that electric appliance, this earth wire is connected. This earth wire brought these currents, external current, to the ground. These are called as a earth wire. It is used for the safety purpose. So this is the mechanism of the domestic circuit. All, if you look at these plugs, these are parallel to each other. So this electric circuit arrangement is a parallel combination of arrangement. Instead of this plug, you can imagine there is a bulb. Here it is the fan. That means fan is connected in this plug. electric bulb is connected in this bulb, tube light, refrigerator. All these electrical appliances, they are connected parallelly to each other. So this is one of the advantage over parallel combination over the series combination, is that once if the electrical appliance get damaged, the electrical other electrical appliances which are connected in parallel, they are not get hampered by the damage of the other electrical appliance. So this is one of the advantage. So this was about the domestic electric circuit, and earth wire here has major importance in order to prevent the leakage of current and to prevent the shocks. Remember this. Electric fuse. We already know the electric heating effect of currents. So based on this, electric fuse is a safety device used in the electrical circuit. If there is a overloading and short circuiting, we are going to see these points as well. Due to overloading either or short circuiting, there is a heavy current can cause pass through the electrical appliances, or it can damage it. So in order to get the sensing of heavy current, electric fuse is used. Having it is having very high resistance and low melting point. This is the property of electric fuse. Electric fuse are having as high resistance. When heavy current passes through it, due to heating effect of current, its its temperature get rises and it's get melt down and it's break the circuits. So it does not allow to pass the heavy current further, and our electrical appliances are protected from damage. Generally, this fuse wire is made up of metal or alloy like lead, tin, zinc, aluminum, copper, and this fuse wire is connected in live wire. So this is the importance of electric fuse. In nowadays, instead of electric fuse, some electric circuit breakers are used. Overloading. Overloading is caused due to the increase in voltage, or if the live wire and neutral wire comes in contact, or if too many appliances are connected to a single socket, then there is a large current that starts to flow through the wires, and that may cause the overheating of wires and can cause damage to the circuit and electrical appliances. Such situation is referred as overloading. Overloading can have the many reasons, like here described here. uh, that means many appliances can be connected in single socket, that can also cause overloading. If live wire and neutral wire comes in contact, that causes heavy current to flow, that will also cause overloading. But this situation, particular situation, that is called as a short circuit. What is short circuit? Short circuit is the situation in which the live wire and neutral wire comes in contact with each other and current suddenly increases in the circuit. As live wire and neutral wire, they come in contact, there is a very low resistance. As already discussed, live wire has high potential, neutral wire has very low potential. When they come in contact with each other with very negligible resistance, current starts to flow, which becomes very high, and it causes spark, fire, or damage of the circuit or appliances. So short circuiting may be the reason of overloading, but overloading is not the cause of short circuit. Short circuit is a different thing. Short circuit is happens when live wire and neutral wire comes in contact with each other. So this was about the magnetic effects of electric current. Do reading of the textbook thoroughly and do your study regularly.